Blood circulation issues such as numbness, chilly hands and feet, and that uncomfortable tingling sensation are not simply an irritating side effect of aging. They are actually a strong and unmistakable warning that the internal delivery network of your body, the system responsible for transporting life-sustaining oxygen and nutrients to every single cell, is beginning to weaken and malfunction. When poor circulation is ignored, it can lead to the very problems many people fear the most: declining memory, persistent pain, and eventually the loss of personal independence. However, pay close attention, because what I am about to explain today is a straightforward, doctor-approved approach that relies on only two essential vitamins. These two powerful nutrients have the ability to repair and refresh your circulatory system from within, even if you are already over the age of 60. By the time you reach the end of this video, you will clearly understand what these vitamins are, how they should be taken, and the one common mistake that prevents many people from receiving their full benefits. I want you to know that your life does not have to be restricted by poor circulation. My name is Dr. Sandra Sarati, and during the past 20 years I have worked with thousands of older adults just like you, helping them regain their health and vitality by focusing on simple nutritional methods that are supported by science. The underlying cause behind most circulation problems in seniors is something known as endothelial dysfunction. Imagine your circulatory system as the plumbing network inside an old house. When you were younger, those pipes, your arteries and veins, were smooth, flexible, and completely open. Blood flowed through them easily and efficiently. But as the years pass, particularly after the age of 60, decades of silent inflammation, exposure to environmental toxins, and even ordinary dietary habits begin to damage the smooth inner lining of those pipes, which is called the endothelium. Over time, this lining becomes stiff, sticky, and worn down. At this stage, the problem is not necessarily a large blockage. Instead, the issue involves the tiny microscopic ability of your blood vessels to widen and narrow when needed. Once that ability is compromised, the smallest vessels in your body, the capillaries that supply blood to your toes, fingertips, and brain, begin to receive less nourishment. This is when symptoms such as numbness, persistent coldness, and weakness begin to appear. The encouraging news is that this kind of damage can be reversed, but repairing it requires the correct tools to restore the internal plumbing. Most seniors are unaware of the next important detail. The first and most essential vitamin for reversing endothelial damage and restoring healthy blood flow is vitamin K2, specifically the MK7 form. Many people recognize vitamin K for its role in helping blood clot, but vitamin K2 serves a completely different and extremely important function in maintaining health as we age. You can think of vitamin K2 as a traffic controller that directs calcium throughout your body. Calcium is necessary for building strong bones. However, when endothelial damage occurs, calcium can begin accumulating in places where it should not be, particularly in the soft tissues of your arterial walls. This process is known as arterial calcification. It is what causes arteries to become rigid and stiff, similar to old plastic tubing, instead of remaining elastic and flexible like a healthy rubber hose. Vitamin K2 in the MK7 form activates specific proteins that remove excess calcium from your arteries and redirect it toward your bones and teeth, where it properly belongs. By clearing calcium buildup from the artery walls, vitamin K2 helps restore flexibility to the blood vessels. Once the vessels regain that flexibility, they can once again expand and contract properly. This improvement immediately enhances both the speed and the volume of blood flow, especially to the farthest parts of the body such as the feet. In other words, this approach does not merely hide the symptoms, it directly addresses the physical hardening of the arteries themselves. A deficiency of vitamin K2 is one of the most overlooked factors contributing to circulation problems related to aging. For most seniors who want to improve blood flow, the commonly recommended dosage is approximately 180 to 360 micrograms per day of the MK7 form. Stay with me because the next part is even more important. The second powerful nutrient that works perfectly alongside K2 is vitamin D3. You might already associate vitamin D3 with bone health, and that is absolutely correct. However, its influence on circulation is equally important. Vitamin D is not simply a vitamin. It functions as a hormone precursor and has receptors located on nearly every cell throughout your body. This includes the cells that form the endothelium, the inner lining of your blood vessels. Scientific research has consistently found a strong link between low vitamin D levels and an increased risk of cardiovascular issues, including poor circulation and elevated blood pressure. Vitamin D plays an important role in regulating the release of a compound known as nitric oxide, which acts as the body's natural vasodilator. Nitric oxide can be thought of as an internal signal that tells your arteries to relax and widen. When this happens, resistance inside the vessels drops, allowing blood to move more freely. If your vitamin D3 levels are too low, your body cannot produce sufficient nitric oxide. As a result, your blood vessels remain more constricted, which contributes to poor circulation and higher blood pressure. In addition, vitamin D3 is a powerful anti-inflammatory nutrient. Because chronic inflammation is a major cause of endothelial damage, vitamin D3 acts like a protective shield that guards your arteries against the everyday wear and tear that occurs over time. When combined, vitamin K2 and vitamin D3 work as a powerful pair. K2 removes calcium buildup from the arterial walls, effectively cleaning the pipes, while D3 helps the vessels relax by encouraging nitric oxide production. Together, they form a highly effective partnership for supporting healthy blood flow in older adults. The key is determining the appropriate dosage. For many seniors, vitamin D3 intake ranges between 2,000 and 5,000 international units daily. However, it is always wise to check your levels with your doctor first. A simple blood test can provide essential guidance. Supplements alone, however, are not enough. Proper nutrition must begin with the foods you place on your plate. Natural sources of vitamin K2 include fermented foods such as natto, which is one of the richest sources available. If natto is not appealing to you, other options include hard cheeses like Gouda or Swiss, as well as butter made from grass-fed cows. For vitamin D3, sunlight remains the most effective natural source. Unfortunately, this can be difficult for many seniors, especially during the winter months. Fatty fish such as salmon and mackerel, along with fortified dairy products, can help provide additional vitamin D. It is also important to focus on foods that encourage the production of nitric oxide, the very compound that vitamin D helps regulate. These foods are known as nitrate-rich foods. Adding items such as beets, either whole or in juice form, spinach, arugula, and even small amounts of dark chocolate to your daily diet can supply the raw materials your body uses to produce nitric oxide. This natural process can significantly enhance blood flow. Building this nutritional foundation creates the ideal environment for vitamins K2 and D3 to perform their work effectively. Beyond these two key vitamins, there are several supportive strategies that can further enhance circulation. I like to refer to these as active helpers. One of the simplest yet most overlooked helpers is proper hydration. Blood is largely composed of water, and even mild dehydration can make it thicker and slower moving. When this happens, the heart must work harder, and it becomes more difficult for blood to reach the extremities. A helpful guideline is to drink approximately half your body weight in ounces of filtered water each day. For example, if you weigh 150 pounds, aim for about 75 ounces of water daily. Another powerful helper is gentle physical movement. You do not need intense exercise. Simply walking for 10 to 15 minutes 2 or 3 times a day can provide your circulatory system with the gentle push it needs. When your muscles contract during movement, they act as an additional pump that helps blood travel back toward the heart through your veins. This is particularly important for preventing swelling and blood pooling in the legs and ankles. Continue watching, because the most common mistake people make will be discussed shortly. Before that, let us address a related condition that often accompanies poor circulation: neuropathy. Peripheral neuropathy is frequently caused by inadequate blood flow. It produces symptoms such as burning, tingling, or stabbing pain, usually in the feet and hands. When the tiny capillaries fail to deliver enough oxygen and nutrients, the delicate nerve tissues begin to deteriorate. The pain you experience is actually a distress signal from those nerves. While vitamins K2 and D3 form the foundation for improving circulation, individuals dealing with active neuropathy may benefit from adding another supplement known as alpha-lipoic acid, or ALA. Alpha-lipoic acid is a potent antioxidant that is both fat-soluble and water-soluble. This means it can reach every part of the nerve cell to help repair damage. Research indicates that a daily dose of around 600 milligrams of ALA can significantly reduce nerve pain and numbness. This supplement directly supports nerve healing while working alongside the improved circulation provided by K2 and D3. Repairing the blood flow and healing the nerves must happen together. For more advanced improvements in circulation, we can look beyond supplements and nutrition to physical techniques. Posture and elevation are extremely effective and completely free methods for encouraging better blood flow. Sitting for extended periods, particularly while hunched forward, can compress large arteries located in the torso and groin. Make it a habit to stand up and move around for at least 60 seconds every hour. During rest periods, try elevating your legs. Raising your feet above heart level for approximately 15 minutes several times a day allows gravity to assist blood that has pooled in the lower legs to flow back toward the center of your body. This simple technique can dramatically reduce ankle swelling and fatigue. Another advanced strategy involves deep diaphragmatic breathing. When you take slow, deep breaths, you create a vacuum effect within your chest that helps pull venous blood from the lower body back toward the heart. Practicing calm, deep belly breathing for about 5 minutes each day can make your circulatory system operate more efficiently. Now let us discuss lifestyle habits that can undermine your efforts to improve blood flow. The most significant mistake, and the one that interferes with the benefits of vitamins K2 and D3, is chronic stress. When you are under stress, your body releases hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones act as vasoconstrictors, meaning they cause your arteries to tighten and narrow. Even if you are taking the best supplements available, constant stress can counteract the very vasodilation you are trying to achieve. It is important to adopt a simple method for reducing stress. This could involve spending 5 minutes in quiet meditation, listening to calming music, or doing gentle stretching exercises. Another mistake is believing that all fats are harmful. This misconception often leads seniors to use artificial vegetable oils that contain unstable omega-6 fats. These oils promote the chronic inflammation that damages the endothelium. Instead, focus on healthy fats such as extra virgin olive oil, avocados, and omega-3 fatty acids found in oily fish. These fats help reduce inflammation and support the smooth flexibility of your blood vessels. A third major mistake is not getting enough sleep. During deep sleep, the body repairs the endothelial lining and balances important hormones. Inadequate sleep increases chronic inflammation and interferes with your body's natural ability to regulate blood flow. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of high-quality sleep every night. To provide an additional boost for circulation, there are several scientifically supported compounds worth considering. The first is L-arginine. L-arginine is an amino acid that your body uses as a precursor for producing nitric oxide, the same artery-relaxing compound mentioned earlier. Supplementing with L-arginine can increase nitric oxide levels and promote immediate vasodilation, leading to improved circulation. An effective daily dosage typically ranges from 3 to 5 grams. Another helpful compound is coenzyme Q10, commonly called CoQ10. CoQ10 plays a critical role in energy production within every cell, especially within the heart muscle. Because improved circulation slightly increases the heart's workload, CoQ10 helps ensure that the heart pump functions at optimal efficiency. It also acts as a strong antioxidant, protecting blood vessel walls from further damage. A daily dose of approximately 100 to 200 milligrams is often recommended for seniors, particularly for those taking statin medications, which can reduce CoQ10 levels in the body. L-arginine and CoQ10 work effectively alongside the foundational benefits of vitamins K2 and D3. Now let us organize all of this information into a clear and manageable daily routine, your practical action plan for supporting healthy circulation. Each morning, begin by taking your foundational combination of vitamin K2 MK7 in a dosage between 180 and 360 micrograms, and vitamin D3 in an amount appropriate for your individual needs. Taking these vitamins with a small source of healthy fat, such as a tablespoon of olive oil, can improve absorption. At breakfast, include nitrate-rich foods like spinach or beet powder. If you are dealing with neuropathy, you may also take your alpha-lipoic acid supplement along with L-arginine. Throughout the day, maintain steady hydration by regularly sipping water. Every hour, stand up and move around for at least 60 seconds. Later in the afternoon, spend 15 minutes elevating your feet above heart level while practicing slow, deep belly breathing. Before going to bed, take your CoQ10 supplement and prepare for 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted, high-quality sleep. This comprehensive strategy addresses the root causes of endothelial damage. It helps cleanse the arteries, relax the blood vessels, and support nerve healing. Rather than being just a list of supplements, it functions as a complete program designed to restore healthy blood flow. Remember this important truth: age is not a limitation. Even after 60, the human body retains an extraordinary ability to heal and regenerate. Do not allow the cold sensation in your feet or the tingling in your fingers to convince you that these symptoms are simply part of aging. They do not have to be. By giving your body the proper support, especially these two essential vitamins, you can restore the health and flexibility of your blood vessels and regain your comfort, energy, and independence. Take charge of your circulation starting today. You deserve to feel energetic and vibrant at every stage of life. If you found this information valuable, please take a moment to press the like button below and share this video with someone who could benefit from hearing it. Your support allows me to continue creating simple, doctor-approved health guidance for seniors. And remember to subscribe so you do not miss my upcoming video about strengthening your bones.